Off the beaten path, Dwight MacKerron of the Stoughton Historical Society leads a group deep into the swamp in Avon, Massachusetts, in territory that was once part of Stoughton. They're exploring the substantial ruins of an African American community that had settled in the area in the late 1700s.
10 years ago, a man who lived in Avon came to the society, asked about cellar holes that were in the woods behind his house, and he wanted to know about them. It turns out that we looked it up and we found the name Martrick on a map. There were records that we had of these families listed as African American families in Stoughton, but we had not linked them directly to that site.
The settlement was founded in part by Samson Dunbar and Quac Martrick, former Revolutionary War soldiers that later settled in Stoughton. Dwight MacKerron calls the site the Three Swamps Homestead.
Because it's between three swamps on the border of Avon, Massachusetts and Stoughton, which back in the day was East Stoughton when the Martricks lived there. And it was land that was purchased by Revolutionary War veteran Samson Dunbar around 1790. Based on records, we're pretty sure that by 1800, there were people living there.
Carol Hector-Harris, a descendant of Quac Martrick, is among the group exploring the ruins. I caught up with her the day before the trek at the American Ancestors Institution in Boston, an organization dedicated to genealogical research.
I'm Carol Hector-Harris. I'm the fifth great-granddaughter of Revolutionary War patriot Quac Martrick. The Stoughton Historical Society contacted me after they talked with one of my distant cousins, and she had heard about his homestead land, which is in today's Avon, but back then it was in Stoughton. And so I came up here to Boston and went out to Stoughton, and we took a hike through the woods and found the homestead.
Carol's ancestors featured as part of the Patriots of Color exhibit, an exhibit revolving around Black, Indigenous, or multiracial soldiers that participated in the American Revolution, and whose stories are often overlooked. Quac Martrick was born in Ghana, migrating to the United States before enlisting in the Middleborough Militia, serving for 3 years. Artifacts connected to him on display include a document containing his application for a pension for his service during the war. Only 500 African Americans applied for the Revolutionary War pension out of the thousands that served in the Continental Army and militia.
I am very grateful to American Ancestors for featuring our ancestor in this exhibit.
David Lambert, Stoughton's town historian, has been instrumental in the research into Stoughton's African American history, including uncovering Quac Martrick's story.
I always say that in life, everyone has a purpose. We live our lives, but my life is spent trying to remember those gone before us, so their voices can still be heard and their memories can still be told. And if I'm fortunate enough to have my name remembered after I'm gone, so be it. But I do this for them.
I'm slow, and I'm not as stable as I once was. I'm just saying.
Substantial stone walls, wells, roads, bridges, and cellar holes illustrate a once bustling but now forgotten community that existed in Stoughton hundreds of years ago.
Back in the day, there were once children laughing there, people being born, people dying. The human existence was there, vibrant. In some sense, to me, these are holy places, maybe with a small h, and that our past is sort of written in those stones and those cellar holes there.
Evidence from the site and historical records suggests the community thrived for decades before falling into ruin and obscurity.
This is where our ancestors, our family members, made their home.
I can just imagine what it looked like then. You know, they had a structured community.
We have 80 names that we can associate with people who lived at that site over a 60-year period, including a man from the Mass 54th who was named Barker Kennedy. A metal button from a Union Civil War battle coat has been found there.
Some people think that they can't find their family because it's impossible, especially us African Americans who feel like it's impossible for us to know our families. It's not impossible.